Hello and good day everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Sir Marcy, and for today's video, I'm going to discuss problem solving involving midline of a trapezoid. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you'll be updated with my latest videos. Okay, let's try to recall the definition of a trapezoid. A trapezoid is a quadrilateral with exactly one pair of parallel sides. In my previous video, I already discussed the mid-segment of a trapezoid. This segment connects the midpoint of the legs of a trapezoid is what we call mid-segment. This segment's length is always equal to 1/2 the sum of the trapezoid's bases, or mid-segment is equal to 1/2 times the sum of base 1 plus base 2. In this figure, if we want to get the mid-segment, suppose we're going to have a vertex here. Okay, let's say this point here is the median of this leg, and another point here which is the midpoint of this segment here. Now, if we connect these two, this is what we call the mid-segment. And to get the length of the mid-segment, that is 1/2 the sum of these two bases. The upper base or base 1 and then base 2. Okay? Okay, let's try to answer exercise number 1. In this problem, we are asked to find the value of x in the trapezoid below. So, first, we have to identify. So, this one is our base number 1. We set this as base number 1, and this is our base number 2. The one that is in dashed line here, this is our mid-segment. Okay, so this is our mid-segment. Take note, para makuha natin si mid-segment, the formula is simply m, or mid-segment is equal to 1/2 the sum of B1 plus B2. So here, we have 1/2 times B1 natin, that's 21, plus B2, which is 27. Then, our mid-segment is 5x minus 1. So, first step is we simplify the equation. So, pwede natin gawin is we simplify first yung nasa loob ng parenthesis. That is 5x minus 1 is equal to 1/2 times the sum of these two. We have 21 plus 27, that is 48. Okay? Next is we multiply or we get 1/2 of 48. So, we have 5x minus 1 is equal to 1/2 times 48, that is 24. Then, we isolate those variable containing x sa left side and then yung constant terms sa right side. So, para magawa natin yon is we need to transfer -1 to the right by applying addition property of equality. So, we add both sides of the equation by +1. So, this is now 5x is equal to 25. So, -1 plus +1, that is 0 pair. Okay? Since we're looking for the value of x, so i-divide natin to both sides of the equation by 5. So, ang value ng x natin is simply +5. Okay, let's now answer question number 2. In the trapezoid pictured, segment TU is parallel to segment WV. X is the midpoint of segment TW and Y is the midpoint of segment UB. What is the length of segment WB? So first, we have to label the given. So let us assume that this is our base number 1 and this is our base number 2. Remember, these two bases can be interchanged. Okay? Then this is our mid-segment. So to solve for the length of WB, we are going to formulate the equation. Since our mid-segment is segment XY, so we have segment XY is equal to 1/2 the sum of the two bases, which is segment TU plus segment WB. Next, we're going to substitute. The length of segment XY is 29 is equal to 1/2 multiply to TU, which is 23, plus WB, which is 2x plus 17. Then we simplify this. We have 29 is equal to 1/2 multiply to 40 plus 2x. Next, we will multiply 1/2, or we are going to multiply 1/2 to 40 plus 2x. We have 29 is equal to 1/2 of 40, that is 20, plus 1/2 of 2x, that is x. Next to that is we're going to solve for the value of x. So we subtract both sides of the equation by 20. So we will apply subtraction property of equality. So the value of x now is equal to positive 9. Okay? Next is we're going to substitute this in segment WB so that we can now obtain the length of segment or length of WB. So that's 2x plus 17. Since the value of x is 9, we plug it here. So 2 times 9 plus 17. So segment WB is equal to 2 times 9, that is 18 plus 17. So segment WB is equal to 35. So this is the length of segment WB. Okay, let's try to answer question number 3. Okay, so we're going to find the value of x in the figure below. So first step is we need to label. So let's say we're going to set this as our base 1 and this is our base 2. This is our mid-segment. Remember the formula for the mid-segment, that is equal to 1/2 the sum of two bases, so B1 plus B2. Now, let's try to solve for the value of x. So our mid-segment here is 20 is equal to 1/2 times B1, which is 5x minus 15 plus 2x minus 8. Okay? So we simplify this equation or this part. That's 20 is equal to 1/2 times 7x minus 23. So next step is we will apply cross product. So 20 times 2, that is equal to 40, is equal to 7x minus 23. Okay, so we transfer negative 23 to the left, so we have positive 23. So we apply addition property of equality. Okay, so this is 0 pair. This is 63 is equal to 7x. Then divide both sides of the equation by 7. So the value of x now is equal to 9. Okay, for our last example, we're going to find the value of y in the isosceles trapezoid below. In our last example, this is different from our previous example. The given figure here is an isosceles trapezoid. Remember that an isosceles trapezoid has another property. First is that its legs are congruent and base angles are congruent. So what are those base angles? We have angle P is congruent to angle A, so that's one pair of base angle, and another pair of base angle is here, so that's angle T is congruent to angle R. Okay, remember also that the sum of the interior angle of a trapezoid is equal to 360 degrees. So we have angle P, or the measure of angle P, plus the measure of angle A, plus the measure of angle T plus the measure of angle R is equal to 360 degrees. So we know that angle P measures 64, and take note that these are base angles, so that means angle A is also 64. Okay, so 64 plus 64 plus the measure of angle T plus the measure of angle R is equal to 360. Okay, let's say we're going to set the measure of angle T as X. Since they are base angles, so we will represent them as X is equal to 360 degrees. So 64 plus 64, that is now 128, plus X, that is 2X, is equal to 360. So we subtract both sides of the equation by 128. So this is cancelled out. We have 2X is equal to 360 minus 128. The answer is 232. Then divide both sides of the equation by 2. So the value of X here is equal to 116. Remember, we set angle T and angle R as X. So that means we can conclude that the measure of angle T is equal to the measure of angle R since they are base angles. So we now solve for the value of Y. We have here the measure of angle T, that's 4 multiplied to 3Y plus 2 is equal to 116. Okay, next is we will divide both sides of the equation by 4. Okay, so divide this by 4, that's cancelled out. We have 3y plus 2 is equal to, that is 116 divided by 4, the answer is 29. Okay, next is we will apply subtraction property of equality. So we will subtract both sides of the equation by 2. So this is cancelled out. What is left is 3y is equal to 29 plus negative 2. The answer is 27. Okay, divide both sides of the equation by 3. Then the value of y is equal to 9. Okay, so that is our answer. Now, that ends our lesson also. So I hope you learned something new. Goodbye.